Oh shit! It's World War D. Fucking Timberbitos and got out of control, man. Now it's time for the D's to slap some sense into them, right? Man, and if you wonder why I'm all dressed up like this, I'm cold like a motherfucker right now, man. Shit ain't even funny. Shit's ridiculous. Anyway, we come up out of the flashback. Here's the crazy thing about it was, I'm thinking we're gonna have more flashbacks, and I wanted to see more flashbacks, but I didn't want to see more flashbacks. We've been in the flashback for a good minute now. It's like flashback zone or some shit like that, right? But here's the problem: we get brought up. We get the situation with Doflamingo where he knocked everybody out. I assume that he used Conqueror's hockey to doing shit like that. And then excuse me. Then we also got the point where we know Law joined Doflamingo's crew at some point in time, right? And he said, if I'm not mistaken, he was he had the heart. See, he was Corazon at one point in time. Well, where we left off in the anime, I mean manga, fucking Corazon was Corazon, or Rosinante was Corazon at, So they showed all these flashbacks, which were good, but at some point in time you say, God damn, I want to get out of the flashbacks. But then when we get introduced to those two new informations and we want to see those, how they play out, or to see, Doflamingo go against Suru, which I fucked up last time. For some reason, I'm thinking it's the Shuru of the Rain, or whatever, the dude from the prison. I don't know what and I just seen it the last chapter. I don't know what the fuck was going through my head. I fucked up. I gotta eat crow. Anyway, oh well. Anyway, we get that stuff, and then we come right out the flashback. I thought we was gonna get one or two more. I mean, I don't want to stay in it, but goddamn, finish what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's Law versus Doflamingo, and he opened up his room, tosses a little pebble behind him, and he starts talking shit. He said, "What do you think about Dolph?" He asked Doflamingo. He said, "What do you think about Luffy?" And then we also got revealed. Like, I didn't know this. He said he just found out today that Doflamingo was a Timberbito, so he never knew that. Wait, hold the fuck on now. Hold the fuck on now. I'm reading the chapter and I'm saying to myself, I seen what he said, and I'm like, oh, he's a Timberbito. But here's what's crazy. Didn't they reveal that in the flashback? Because if I'm not mistaken, it says that, like, Law says that to Doflamingo, and that's her saying, okay, he didn't know he was a. But now I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think now. In the flashback, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it flashback supposed to be Law's memories or some shit like that? Or did they just show a flashback that Oda wanted you to see, and this really has nothing to do with anybody? They just wanted to show you the flashback. Because in the flashback, you see that Doflamingo is a Timberbito. You understand? So Law never knew. And what about when Corazon was talking to him and he says Doflamingo hate D's or something like that, and he'll kill a D if he finds out or whatever. So he never knew he was a Timberbito? That's kind of weird. He never knew he was a Timberbito. Did they fuck up? Now they fucked up. I'm not sure. Somebody fucked up. I don't know. Law says he never knew he was that Doflamingo was a Timberbito, or at least that's what it looks like. It says right here in this chapter. Although during the flashback, Rosinante all but says that Law and them was Timberbitos. I don't think he actually said. Wait, damn, did he say it out? I don't think he implied it. He never really said it. He all but said it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see how that's, well, Law was a kid at the time. Law was a kid at the time. I might be able to let that pass. He was only like 7. You know what I'm saying? He probably never put 2 and 2 together, so I can understand. I did shit like that when I grew up and said, damn, I don't know how I missed that. You know what I'm saying? He was a little kid, so I guess I'm gonna let that slide. Anyway, he did the shambles, get the fuck out the way because Doflamingo was getting ready to wreck his shit. And then he also says, what do you think about the D's? Doflamingo doesn't say anything. It seems like he's trying to concentrate on the fight. I don't know if Oda did that on purpose or he just, or I don't know. You understand? Like I'm saying, like either he didn't put dialogue in for him or did he not put dialogue in for him in order to say that he's trying to concentrate? Law is able to come behind him and tried to, shove that sword right up his asshole. But Doflamingo ain't having that because Doflamingo's been imprisoned a couple times and he's been anally raped. He said never again. He made a commitment that he would never get raped again. So he grabs the sword, grabs Law, pulls Law towards him, and gets ready to slash his head off. Now Law's able to put up armament hockey and block it. Well, did he block it? He's getting ready to block it like just in a nick of time, right? And he says that, but they had a flashback. He says, the D's are the Tenryubito's natural enemies, like they're natural enemies. They're enemies. And he turns around and says to Doflamingo, he says, I'm a D too. And Doflamingo is like, what the fuck? Like he had a D in his presence. How you have a D in your presence and you don't notice? No, I'm just joking. But he had a D in his presence and he didn't notice. The D was all up in his mouth and he never even knew. Shit was all down his throat and he never knew. Bam, shit was taking deep strokes and he never knew. The D's ain't no joke. Now, anyway, here's a part of the chapter I really didn't appreciate. We get basically page after page, panel after panel of them just showing where everybody is and on the island. We already seen all this shit. Zoro versus Pika. I thought it was gonna show some of the battles and whatnot. No, they're just showing everywhere everybody is. And they do that for like 5 pages. Now they fucked up. They have fucked up now. Basically. Yeah, they fucked up bad. One thing I did like was them showing a couple little snippets where you see the the Doflamingo, the Don Quixote family fighting against people, right? And they're winning. Like I didn't know Lao G was as strong as he is. He's beating the shit out of Chinjao, Don Chinjao. The dude, John Chinjao, he's not a joke. And Lao G is whooping that ass. So I did appreciate that. They showing how strong these motherfuckers really is. They ain't no joke. And apparently, the Linga dude's a damn hybrid. He's half human, half fish man. Never would have guessed. So that's what that is. But being that he's half human, half fish man, how come he's not aging? Because we've seen him before and he looks the same age. Maybe he's got a devil fruit power that we don't know about, or whatever fish man he's whatever fishman species he's actually half of, maybe their species doesn't age as fast as humans. And that could be. Anyway, after that, we cut back to Doflamingo and Law, and Law, Doflamingo's trying to give it to Law's ass. He's trying to rape him. He's trying to give him that jello shot raping. He was going to go all up in his pudding pop. Anyway, Doflamingo, Treble was like, watch out, Doflamingo. You in this motherfucker's room. He said, that's Law's house right now, be careful. And Law does this thing called shot, and it's almost like a damn gun. Shoots his damn sword at him, cuts right through his ass. Now, your boy Doflamingo's leaking like a motherfucker. Anyway, a man Law, he says he's trying to basically carry on Corazon's will. Like, yo, I'm gonna inherit this motherfucker's will, and I'm gonna get this shit done for his ass. You understand? Now, what do I think about the chapter? Yeah, I'm cold as shit. It ain't snowing, but it's cold as hell. Goddamn right. I feel like I'm Eskimo. I feel like a popsicle. Anyway, I'm gonna give this chapter I said episode before, I think. I'm gonna give this chapter a 3.5 out of 5. The reason being is we come about the flashback a little too early. Even though I want to get back to, you know, this, why didn't they show or at least start this chapter off with the last snippets that we need of the flashback? That's one thing. The next thing is we got about 5 pages of them just showing where everybody is. They ain't showing any progress in the battles. They just show where everybody is. That means shit to me. Now it's the war of the D's. What you call him? Doflamingo about to have the D's all up in his mouth. And if he's not careful, he's gonna have the D's all up in his butt. Because what you call him? What happened is, what I think is happening is this. Doflamingo wrecked Law's ass the first battle, right? I mean, Law almost had fucking diarrhea. He was all up in Law's ass. But what happened is now Doflamingo has Birdcage activated. Not only that, he has a string clone activated. And he's fighting 2 opponents literally at the same time. He's fighting Law, but he's got his other, he's using his power to fight Luffy right now as we speak. So I think his intent, that's why I said that I don't know whether Oda did that on purpose, because Doflamingo didn't talk much. But he talked a lot in other battles. So how come he's not talking a lot now? So I'm thinking that maybe he's not talking as much because he's using a lot of concentration, holding on to that damn string clone and fighting Luffy at the same time. Because and if you remember, Law says it takes energy, a lot of energy, to be using those powers and shit like that. So Doflamingo might be using a lot of concentration and energy to be fighting Law right now. When he first wrecked Law, I mean, he had no hindrance. Now he's got Birdcage, Law. He's got Birdcage. He's got Birdcage. He's got String Clone. He's in Law's room, and he's got, you know, if you think about, Birdcage has those parasite strings. So he's not just controlling just his string clone. He's controlling like a third of the island. So I think that maybe, you know, what you call him? Corazon is Beppo. Nah, Corazon dead, man. Are you saying that Corazon is he's a Zoan type? Because he can't be, because he already had a devil fruit. But anyway, I think the reason why Law is able to do whatever he's doing now is for the simple fact that Doflamingo's using a lot of his powers right now. He really is. I think he's stretched out. Anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe. Because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. And you got the power to change that. And if you want to know why this shit's so small, I had to set the stream for the lowest setting. Like you see, it's right directly on my head, and it's kind of grainy and shit like that. I had to set it for the lowest setting because internet's out. Struggle is real. Peace.